Settled in a bright, uncluttered space, I begin my journey into the realm of minimalism and its positive impact on mental health. In this serene setting, every detail is intentional, from the soft light filtering through large windows to the carefully chosen pieces of decor that convey simplicity and purpose. I invite you to envision a life where every item has meaning and every open space nurtures calm and clarity. Minimalism is not merely about reducing physical clutter, but also about clearing the mind from the accumulation of unnecessary thoughts and stress. As I illustrate this concept, the peaceful surroundings mirror the mental space that can emerge when distractions are removed. With a focus on quality rather than quantity, each element in the environment is a reminder to cherish what truly matters. This narrative is a gentle exploration of how intentional living creates room for reflection, self-care, and genuine connection with oneself. Throughout this video, I will guide you through the principles of minimalism and demonstrate how simplifying your life can lead to a deeper appreciation of the beauty in everyday moments, paving the way for a more balanced and mindful existence. Understanding minimalism requires a thoughtful look at its origins and underlying values. Over decades, individuals have sought balance in their lives through the practice of reducing excess and honing in on what matters most. I reflect on how this way of life emerged from a desire to peel away the layers of consumerism and distraction. Minimalism is both an art and a discipline, a gentle rebellion against the constant urge to accumulate more than needed. In everyday life, I have seen countless examples of how a simplified environment can clear not only physical space, but also mental burdens. The fundamental idea is to choose quality over quantity and presence over possessions. As I wander through quiet, organized spaces, I notice how each treasured object tells a story of mindful selection and clear intention. This journey is filled with personal insights and historical anecdotes that reveal minimalism as an evolving practice shaped by cultural shifts. It signifies a break from fast-paced living and a return to an emphasis on living consciously. In many ways, minimalism teaches us that every item we keep should contribute to our overall sense of well-being. Removing what is unnecessary creates room for life's most essential experiences, allowing us to connect more deeply with our values. Reflecting on its roots, I see that minimalism is not about deprivation, but about making space. Space for creativity and self-discovery, space for relationships, and space for a clear mind. With this perspective, I encourage anyone feeling overwhelmed to explore the possibilities that simplicity offers, reminding us that in a minimalist life, each chosen element has the power to transform our daily experience. Throughout this reflective journey, I continue to discover that minimalism nurtures a spirit of gratitude, gently guiding us to recognize the inherent value in simplicity. Every choice to pare down and prioritize is a celebration of life's true essence. The mindful arrangement of our surroundings becomes a metaphor for the inner peace we can cultivate when we carefully select only that which enriches our lives. Thus, minimalism unfolds as a gentle path toward a more truly harmonious existence. Understanding mental health forms a cornerstone in navigating life's challenges in today's fast-paced world. In this reflective exploration, I observe that mental health is much more than the mere absence of illness. It is a vibrant balance of emotions, thoughts, and experiences that shape our daily lives. Life's pressures often lead to feelings of stress, anxiety, and restlessness, especially in an environment rife with constant stimulation and endless distractions. Many times, the complex interplay of our responsibilities and digital connectivity creates a mental clutter that not only interferes with productivity, but also erodes our inner peace. I have witnessed how an unorganized mind and circling worries can cloud judgment and obscure the simple pleasures we often take for granted. In my observations, maintaining mental clarity is intertwined with self-awareness and self-care. It requires acknowledging that our minds, when burdened by excessive input, risk falling into cycles of negativity and overthinking. I have seen lives transformed when individuals take conscious steps to restore balance by reducing the noise in their mental space, and by incorporating practices such as focused attention, meditation, and moments of stillness. Science and personal experience both affirm that when mental health is cared for with equal respect as physical health, one begins to notice improvements in creativity, concentration, and overall happiness. Delving deeper, I recall moments when the simple act of decluttering not only one's physical surroundings, but also one's schedule and digital presence brought about a remarkable lightening of the spirit. It became evident that mental well-being thrives in an environment free of overwhelming pressure and constant distraction. The journey towards robust mental health involves a steady commitment to self-reflection, acceptance, and intentional living. Recognizing the importance of nurturing one's inner life, I emphasize that every moment spent in mindful reflection contributes to building a strong foundation for emotional resilience. In this narrative, mental health emerges as a dynamic equilibrium where self-compassion, mindfulness, and the willingness to let go of that which no longer serves us converge into a harmonious dance of life. Continuing this exploration, I understand that safeguarding mental health is an ongoing journey that invites us to continually evaluate and nurture the mind. Each mindful decision, no matter how small, builds resilience and brings us closer to inner peace. In the practice of caring for our mental well-being, we find the strength to confront challenges with grace and renewed energy. Mind thrives always. At the intersection where minimalism meets mental health, I experience a powerful transformation that reshapes my inner world. In moments when I felt overwhelmed by the chaos of daily life, the decision to embrace simplicity brought a welcome sense of relief and clarity. As I began to remove unnecessary possessions and commitments, a gradual but noticeable shift occurred in my emotional state. The clutter that once crowded my living spaces mirrored the mental noise that had long contributed to feelings of anxiety and distraction. I found that by shedding these burdens, I created a serene environment that fostered focus and calm. In reflecting on my journey, I realized that each step towards minimalism was matched by a deepening of my self-awareness. Witnessing the positive ripple effects in my mood and concentration, I became even more committed to this lifestyle. The organized spaces, free from superfluous items, served as a constant reminder of the benefits of simplicity. Studies have shown that a decluttered environment may reduce stress, and my personal experience supports this notion wholeheartedly. Every time I chose to let go of an unnecessary item, I also inadvertently lightened the weight on my mind. This process was not instantaneous, but instead unfolded gradually, like a slow sunrise that transforms darkness into soft light. I recall several early mornings, fresh with the promise of a new beginning, where the quiet of a decluttered room spurred creative thinking and peaceful reflection. In such moments, I felt as if I had rediscovered a part of myself that had long been buried under the demands of a busy life filled with endless distractions. Minimalism taught me that the key to mental well-being often lies in the courage to say enough and to welcome the freedom that comes with simplicity. Furthermore, this transformation extended beyond the realm of personal well-being. As my mental clarity improved, I noticed that my interactions with others became more genuine and present. Relationships, once overshadowed by the constant rush and clutter of life, began to flourish within the newly created space for authentic connection. In every aspect, minimalism emerged as a tool not only for organizing physical space, but also for cultivating mental resilience. The journey towards a minimalist lifestyle is both introspective and liberating, inviting us to rethink our values and priorities. In embracing minimalism, I learned that mental health is nurtured not by an abundance of things, but by the thoughtful and deliberate choice to maintain only what truly enhances our sense of well-being. So, as I stand in a room bathed in soft light and minimal adornments, I am reminded that every effort to simplify is an investment in my mental tranquility. This intersection of minimalism and mental health is a testament to the idea that sometimes less truly does mean more. With every mindful decision to let go and every sincere step towards simplicity, I build a life where mental peace and clarity are the most cherished possessions. Each step reaffirms my commitment to inner serenity. Changing my perception became inevitable when I embraced minimalism. A remarkable shift unfolded in the way I perceived life's abundant opportunities and challenges. By clearing out both physical and mental clutter, I discovered that every moment holds a quiet significance that often goes unnoticed when life is overwhelmed by excess. Each deliberate act of simplifying was a gentle reminder that life's true value is found not in the possessions we accumulate, but in the experiences we cherish and the connections we foster. I began to see that the very act of letting go opened up a new space for creativity, giving way to fresh insights and a deeper understanding of what it means to truly live. In stepping away from the needless accumulation of things, I found that my attention was naturally directed toward more meaningful pursuits. The newfound clarity allowed me to appreciate the subtle beauty in everyday details, a blooming flower, a shared moment of laughter, or the serene silence of an early morning. With minimal distractions, I noticed that the world revealed itself in layers of subtle wonder, inviting me to savor each experience more fully. The journey transformed my outlook. Experiences were no longer measured by material abundance, but by the richness of personal growth and inner satisfaction. As I reflect on my journey so far, I recognize that this redirection in focus has reshaped my priorities and values. The minimalist lifestyle, far from being a denial of life's pleasures, has amplified my capacity to enjoy them. Moments once overlooked have gained a profound significance, and simple acts have become sources of joy and contentment. In every step of this transformation, I have come to understand that minimalism redefines life by teaching us to value intentional presence over unnecessary accumulation, paving the way for a more authentic, fulfilling way of being. With this renewed perspective, I embark on each day with gratitude and mindful awareness, cherishing the simplicity that illuminates my path. Every moment becomes a lesson in living fully through presence, turning ordinary tasks into extraordinary experiences. This newfound clarity enriches my spirit and elevates every aspect of my daily life. Embracing minimalism in everyday life starts with small, deliberate choices that reshape our environment and mindset. I begin by thoughtfully sorting through my belongings, setting aside items that no longer serve a purpose, and cherishing those that add true value. This process is much like editing a story. Every element must contribute meaningfully to create a coherent and enriching narrative. By consciously reducing the clutter around me, I pave the way for a clearer mind and a more focused spirit. A practical approach involves assessing daily habits and routines, evaluating which activities and commitments contribute positively to my well-being and which create unnecessary stress. Gradually, I simplify my schedule, allowing more time for rest, reflection, and creative pursuits. Through the practice of decluttering both physical spaces and digital domains, I create a sanctuary that reflects my values and invites peaceful living. Each step in this journey is a mindful decision that brings me closer to a life of intention and balance. I find that setting clear boundaries is equally important in this process. It means saying no when extra obligations threaten to erode the calm I have cultivated. By focusing on what truly matters, I learn to value quality over quantity, whether it be in relationships, activities, or possessions. In turning attention inward, I discover practical exercises that help me let go of what is no longer needed. These include daily moments of quiet reflection, focused breathing techniques, and even digital fasting. Every practical step, however small, contributes to an overarching shift in my lifestyle. I remind myself that minimalism is not about a drastic overnight transformation, but rather a gradual evolution towards a life where every choice enhances my well-being. With a gentle yet determined pace, I transform my surroundings into a haven of simplicity, where each item and every moment serves a genuine purpose. This journey is ongoing, a constant evolution of making space for what truly enriches my inner world and nurtures my mental health. Each new habit builds a quieter, more intentional life, inviting clarity, contentment, and genuine connection with every unfolding day. Simplicity nurtures lasting joy. In concluding this journey into minimalism and mental health, I find a serene sense of closure that reflects the transformation experienced along the way. The narrative has woven together threads of simplicity, mindfulness, and intentional living to reveal a path where less becomes abundantly more. I have come to understand that by carefully selecting what to retain in both my surroundings and my inner world, I have opened the door to richer experiences, deeper self-awareness, and a more tranquil mind. Every step taken in the pursuit of minimalism has been an opportunity to honor myself, to prioritize well-being, and to simplify complexities that once overshadowed the beauty of life. This journey is a continuous one, marked by small yet significant shifts that accumulate into lasting change. It serves as a gentle reminder that the process of decluttering, both externally and internally, is a lifelong practice rather than a destination. With each conscious choice to eliminate the superfluous, I nurture not only a cleaner space, but also a mind that is free to explore creative and fulfilling avenues. It is in these quiet moments of reflection that the true value of simplicity is illuminated, inviting a celebration of life's unadorned yet profound pleasures. I stand now at a juncture where the lessons of minimalism have reshaped my perspective on what truly matters. In letting go of excess burdens, I have gained a clarity that extends into every facet of my being, guiding me with gentle certainty. The balance achieved through intentional living paves the way for a sustained state of mental well-being, where stress diminishes and joy takes root. As I move forward, I carry the conviction that every mindful decision, a small act of letting go, is not merely a sacrifice, but an investment in a life filled with purpose, contentment, and enduring peace. Thus, this narrative closes with an open invitation to nurture mental tranquility through the art of simplicity, allowing us to treasure what truly enriches our souls. I step into each new day, hopeful and determined, knowing that every quiet moment holds the promise of renewal and growth. Absolutely.